the investigations that will likely be headed by the likes of Maxine Waters and other members of the Democratic Party will get to a lot of the issues that people have been frustrated around, for example, Trump's taxes and other things.
Again, that's this week on Making Contact.
You're listening to KUAW, Kansas City, Missouri, Urban Community Radio Station.
The thoughts, opinions, and statements expressed on this show are not the thoughts, opinions, and statements of KUAW LPFM 98.5.
What's good? .5. What's good, man? I got a beautiful show for y'all. Amazing artists, dope spitters, true mic killers. Like, we about to have some fun in here, man. I got beautiful ladies to my right, beautiful ladies to my left. And I'm gonna start with my left. Serenity, what's good, baby?
What's
How you doing, man? So just for people that don't background, like, so you like, whenever something's going on, you know Gigi know about it. If something that needs to be said or something that needs to be heard, Serenity speaks it. So
That's what's up.
I got a question though. It was something that you told me about earlier. You said you were doing a movie. That's a little different though. Like, tell me about that. What's up?
I was actually just in a movie project called Urban Dreams.
Okay.
It's supposed to be out, I think, this summer. So, and I taped it like earlier last year. So.
Okay, so my question is, can you talk about that a little bit? Okay,
cool.
So
the trailer's already out,
Heard.
so it's already out there. So, but yeah, and then I'm working on a couple of script projects actually too.
Okay, script project. So just get the audience that don't know about it already.
Well, it's basically it's a segmented radio show.
Okay.
It's different than the first radio show I was doing, where it's an interview or some type of topic for that day, and then we also talk about what's trending in sports and then self-care. I actually work with a therapist, a licensed, for real, straight up therapist.
Legit.
Right, she's legit. Like, she got her letters behind her name. She went to school, so she for real. And sometimes she'll come on and talk about self-care as well, because I think that's something that we really need to touch on, not just in the Black community, just in the world in general. So that's why I wanted to take that approach with the show.
So with that, brings me to question, like, so can you give us a few details, little spells about self-care that you think people need to know about right now?
Well, the big thing is like self-love and finding yourself. And I mean, this really is important to just take some time, maybe like some people say you need to have at least an hour a day or so, maybe 30 minutes to an hour a day to just take some time to step away and just have some me time. You ever heard of people talk about me time?
Yeah, it's me time. Yeah,
like I never, as I've gotten older, you blurring yourself, you're like, I really do need my time where I just like by myself, and I need a few minutes to collect myself or write or just chill, watch TV. What do you like to do for fun? Like, you really need to do those things to stay healthy mentally,
so you won't go crazy.
Right. And we don't really focus on our mental health. Everybody's talking about getting healthy, like as far as what you're eating,
like what you
but
eat,
what about
work
your
out.
mind? It all goes together.
Heard that. Okay, so you said space to write. We are on local. But before I even ask you to spit, I just want you to tell everybody about the new projects that you're working on. Like, what's next for you? What you got coming on as far as poetry-wise?
As far as poetry-wise, I'm actually working on a poetry project. It's going to be, it's in the works, so I don't want to all the way say yes because it's something. But it's a poetry project where it's going to be a poem incorporated with someone I know they're doing a movie to the poem. It would be like a mini movie to the poem. And it's about poverty in the United States. And it's kind of, the title of the poem was already started writing it, so might as well, It's called The Audacity of Broke.
Ooh,
and it's
like
kind of
name.
a play on Audacity of Hope from, Barack Obama's book.
Yeah.
So it was kind of one of those things where, it was a joking situation where if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, and somebody asked you like, well, can you do this for me? And then they like said they basically want you to do it for free. And I was joking some of the audacity.
Everybody always wants something for
of somebody asking you to do something for free. And then it was kind of like, wait a minute. And then I kind of flipped and was just talking about how the audacity of us to want more as not just African Americans, just people who are poor, because really the country is more, well, it's more sexist than racist, but there's classism mixed in there too. And that's something we don't really talk about, which affects African Americans and black and brown people more than it does other people.
Right. So why do you think that is, though? Like, why do you think that we kind of push that whole to the side? Like, I know sexism is a big thing, racism is a big thing, but why do you think people like overlook the classes and the levels of income and all that stuff? Why do you think that?
Because it's something that can go over races. It blurs the lines. Like, you can, just because there's black people who were born into money, it happens.
Right.
So, but we don't really talk about how, like, even what's going on today with the shutdown, people who necessarily have never been poor are saying to people, oh, well, get a loan from whoever, or you can't make it a few more weeks, it's okay, you don't have money saved. It's just an assumption. But if you've never had money like that,
you don't even know what to do with that.
You don't know what to do. You're struggling. Like, I'm used to just having a little bit. So when you take that little bit away, like, you don't understand my situation. And that shows the gap in the classes, because if you always have money, you don't understand what it's like not to have money.
Facts. Like me. Introduce my ladies to my right. I got a dope artist. Now let me tell you about this lady. Like, I met her at Arts and Spit on Tuesday. Speaking of that, if y'all don't know, Serenity Speaks. She's also my partner in crime for that every third Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Arts and Spit. We come with the open mic. She hit us with the hot topics, and it goes down. But this lady came in, man, and she killed the mic. Her name is Stitch 81 Classic, and she has a daughter. Right. And I just want them to introduce themselves. What's up, man? How y'all doing?
Good. Well, thank you for asking. Thank you for having us. We appreciate this opportunity to be talking with you guys.
Oh, man, look, the pleasure is mine, man. They don't even know the talent that's on this thing. So before Spitter. So I got a couple questions I want to ask you about, like, projects and where people can find you. Like, let people know where they can find you at so they can hear this stuff, man, so they can know that you're the real deal.
Absolutely. www.stitch8.1.com. It's a one-stop shop. All things Stitch 81 Classic. Don't forget the classic. My latest project is available on all digital streaming platforms. It's entitled We the People. Whatever your preference is, please feel free to check that out.
Yeah, man. So that means run. Don't walk. Run and go get that. You know what I'm saying? Run and go get that all day long. And the first hot topic question that I lied. The first hot topic question I want to go to is actually involves my beautiful young lady right here by the name of LaKenzie. So my question is, I was talking to my son, and before I tell you what he said and his response, I kind of want to ask you, like, I don't know if people realized or even noticed, but Martin Luther King's birthday was January 15th. That was this Tuesday that just passed. So first off, rest in peace to a very pivotal soul to help make waves for everybody that's doing something of color. But did your school do anything or celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday?
No.
Okay. So my question, as a mother hearing that, and as someone who is a spokesman for, like, the culture in Kansas City, when you hear that, like, your daughter, a young lady of color, saying that he didn't even get a mention. You know, it's his birthday, so pivotal, he didn't get a mention. We got Columbus Day, we got President's Day, we got all these days that shut down, and he didn't even get a mention. How does that make y'all feel?
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
It is. It's frustrating, and I mean, I don't feel like we should be angry about it, you know, because he's worth mentioning, you know, and getting his just due, as you just stated. Christopher Columbus, someone who came and slaughtered, you know,
right, discovered, you know.
Yeah. And, you know, a group of people who are already there, you know, he gets talked about and not just talked about, but praised and honored, you know.
Come on.
There's a whole
people
section.
get off.
Yeah,
get off
And then I remember in school in history class that we definitely talked about that time frame.
Definitely.
I think it goes into the fact like we don't really study Black history in elementary schools. And then I know somebody put something on Facebook not that long ago, said, why was Black Wall Street not mentioned in school? And I know it's kind of like, what? I mean, I couldn't really think of too much of Black history that I had when I was in elementary school. Like, I didn't really get into that till like college.
That's a fact. I will say this, like when I was in school, I mean, that's not really making up for anything. I will say I do remember like we used to like do like little projects, like we'll paint like color in a picture of Martin Luther King, or we'll listen to his speech, or we'll watch the video. But it was never like the point where they gave so much emphasis with all these other holidays and all these other spokesmen. So, Mackenzie, I just want to know, so like,
well, I know that he was very brave, and he decided to stand up for our rights and Black people's rights, and that.
You know what? That's good. I'm going to give you a salute. And I'm going to tell you why, because it brings me to my next point. We need to teach our kids, because if we don't, nobody will. Absolutely. The fact that you know that enough, that he was brave and that he took a stand, to me, that's good enough. Because when I asked my son, before we had the conversation, he looked at me like, who is Martin Luther King? And then we kept talking. To me, that's just really, like, that just grinds my gears, you know? So, come on, y'all. We got to make a difference. I'm looking right at y'all. We need to make a difference on that. So, Gigi, is there anything else that you want to say about that? All minds clear, all hearts clear. That was a public announcement, by the way.
I just encourage people to support the Martin Luther King events that's going on in the community next week.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Do your part, you know. As you said, you know, as parents, it's important that we do our part by educating at home, because it's been made more than apparent that it's not going to happen in schools. Right. You know, I don't know if you guys know or not, but they're pulling history books out of schools down in Texas. Right now as we speak.
And changing them.
So, you can only imagine what they're changing.
What you think they putting in there? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
like,
when I first heard that, I was just like, huh? Yeah.
That's history, not that's his story. It's not history.
It's
our
story.
Yeah, you know,
it's all relevant.
Come on, man. We're gonna shift gears just a little bit, lighten the mood. Really exciting is happening in Kansas City. I mean, per se. If everybody know me, y'all know who I'm rocking with when it comes to the NFL. Y'all know I'm a true. Hosting their very first AFC championship game in NFL history. So what's your thoughts when y'all hear that?
I'm excited.
You a Chiefs fan?
I'm not a huge football fan.
Okay, cool.
But I'm excited for, Kansas City, and I think that's great. I'm hoping we get to Super Bowl this year.
I think y'all going to be Tom Brady, man.
Yes.
It's gonna be a lot of yellow paper out there, boy. They gonna be throwing some flags, bro. Blow on them with some
footballs too, right?
Ooh, it's gonna be like this. Look, that's all the color y'all gonna see all day.
Number flag. But that would be dope if we could make it to Super Bowl. I really, because it hasn't happened in my lifetime. So
it ain't happening in nobody's lifetime in this building, I don't think. I mean, hey, don't blame me. Those are facts.
It's been a while. It's been a long time.
Come on, man. What about you, Stitch? You excited or are you?
Yeah, I'm excited. I wouldn't, like she said, I wouldn't call myself a football fan per se, but I'm all for the home team. So I'm super excited, that we're getting our shot, our recognition, our just due, and an opportunity to show, people what Kansas City is about. And that, we are capable of hanging there with the best of them.
Yeah. Pat Mahomes, he a beast. I will say that.
Don't give it up.
I will say that.
Can't do nothing but that.
All right. But just to remind y'all, this is Local Vocals, so it's time to hear some vocals. Gigi, Serenity Speaks. Are you ready to kill the mic one time for me?
All right. It's a poem. It kind of goes with what we're talking about.
Okay, let's get it.
I guess it works. A boy marvels as he looked to his mother. To him, she's a superhero. As she juggles 2 jobs, a car note, and a mortgage, all in a single feat. He asked her, Mommy, what does black excellence mean? She said it's 400 years and still striving. It's fists raised and still breaking records. It's Nat Turner beating master like a slave. Not black excellence is fighting the odds our way. It's feminism founding, suffrage overcoming. Ain't I a woman? Negro spiritual humming. But then he says, Mommy, I thought superheroes can fly. Why can't we fly? She says, baby, because we are fly. Only angels levitate. So like Kendrick said, if God got us, then we gonna be all right. It's whole spin financial literacy on 444, entrepreneurship, making $1 out of 15 cents. Even something simple as learning how to read, because one point in time we weren't able to do those things. It's Diddy, won't stop ringing in my ear. Ciroc and Bad Boy playing on our screen. Black excellence is even filing a grievance after a police traffic stop. It's something as simple as filing a police grievance at a routine traffic stop. It's 2 in the chest, but my homeboy got it on video so social media can see, because sometimes that's the only way we can have justice for those things. Baby, black excellence is hope for you, and it's hope for me. Black excellence is hope for you, and it's hope for me. That's it.
I love that. I love that, man. Yes. Dope. Dang, look, I got speechless for a second. Look, I got real speechless. Let me check my notes so I can catch up. So now we're gonna revisit something that you said earlier. For those who don't know, we have entered the 28th day of a government shutdown. I'm gonna say that again. The 28th day, almost a full month of nonsense, of pure nonsense of a government shutdown. And this just in, on my way here, I found out that Donald Trump will be making his 2nd summit in Korea to talk to the Korea leader. So when you hear 28, we got people out there with no jobs. We got people on Section 8 that could be losing their homes. We got a lot of just drama just going around off of one man's pride.
They're stopping the food stamps, too.
And they stopping the food stamps.
On February 1st, yeah.
So that means there's going to be people that's going to be hungry, y'all. Like, I mean, certain people benefit off of it that really don't. But it's a lot of people that really, really, really need stuff like this. And they won't have that. So when you hear that, I mean, like, what comes to mind, man? Like, what's your thoughts on that, Stitch?
It's absurd, man, and it honestly, it's beyond frustration. It's outright outrage, because as you stated, people that really need these services and benefit from these services, not just for themselves, but for their children, for for their elderly mom or dad or what have you that need their medicine or whatever, they're not allowed to get this because, as you said, some man's ego is in the way. Like, you are requiring or asking that we as law-abiding citizens, taxpayers, so on and so forth, give you money for a wall, like to keep to keep people out of it who help build it up. I mean, if we want to get down to the get down, this man's wife isn't a whole immigrant. Like, the audacity. Like,
talk
what are we
talking about? Get in it, yeah. That's real.
His own lineage is of an immigrant status.
Come on.
So it's it just doesn't make any sense. And for me, I feel like it's to a point now, we as a people, as a collective, we're going to have to take a stand. If our government systematically is based off of, British decree, then why are we not overthrowing the king? What's happening here?
Well, see, now when you say that, that brings up a point, like, no government means no possibility for impeachment. Like, we can't do that because there's no government to do that.
And so now halting on the investigation with Russia.
Come on, yeah,
yeah. That's some people are talking about his, the ongoing investigation of whether Russia was involved in tampering with the election. That whole investigation's on pause right now because the government
shut down, and he's really, really crafty at how he's doing everything. Like, he got everything shut down, but now he's going out here meeting with leaders. Like, he got stuff shut down, but now he's shut down, investigations with Russia, and it's
shut down because the government's technically partially closed.
But you think he didn't know that though? Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything. I feel like everything that's happening, I think he already knew. I mean, I could be wrong, but I honestly believe that he didn't think about all this before he did it. I mean, his pride is so strong, I just couldn't put it past him.
Okay, so here's my thing. We knew because he told us what he was going to do. And I guess that's my point. That's to my point. You know, he said he's been saying what he's going to do since the beginning of his presidency. So whose bad is it really? Whose bad is it really? Is it on us for being negligent or not taking him at his word? You know, why are we so angry now? Why didn't we do something when he told us that this is what he was going to do?
Yeah, his whole campaign was based on this wall. Mm-hmm. So that's another reason why. I mean, but the wall was it was a big thing that he said while he was campaigning. So it's kind of like he feel like that has to be done.
So my question to y'all is, in the future, do y'all see a wall around America? Do y'all think that he will finally get? Mackenzie over shaking her head like, yeah. Do y'all? She like, yeah, he gonna get it. Do y'all feel like that's gonna happen? Do y'all think that he's gonna get what he wants?
I hope that it does not happen.
Right.
I mean, I think that money can be spent on other things.
Yeah.
If we're, like
schools.
Yeah, schools. We have homelessness issues in America. Yeah. I mean, we could be using that for other things. But if they fold, it's a possibility. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where you want. This is a time where it's hurting other people, but you do want the people who are in office to fight. Like, you be like, no, we're not going to allow this.
But what does that fight look like at this point?
We're seeing it. The government shut down. People are not working. I mean,
what I mean, okay, not what's going to fuel it. What I mean is, like, what's the steps to the fight back? Like, like how will we fight back? Like, what tools and resources is it like a march? Do we need to march? I
think we need to put pressure. If you write a letter or get in contact with your congresspeople, they're supposed to react to that. So this is the time where they're supposed to. They're supposed to because they can't just get in office and then that's it. Like, if you as citizens say, hey, blah blah blah, they're supposed to react to this. So I mean, it's now is the time to put the pressure on your elected leaders. Like, just say like, hey, that's not what you want, but there are some people who want the wall.
Yeah.
And I would have to go polar opposite to that and say that we've done enough talking. Like we've talked about it. At this point, something needs to happen. Somebody's going to have to stand up and like really get it done because we've marched, we've picketed, we've screamed, we've hollered. We're watching our little boys, our little girls die in the middle of the street. Literally, she just said it.
We're going to talk about
Facebook
that too.
Live. Come on. So I think it's far past having a conversation at this point. It's about organizing, being structured, with being organized and coming together, not just as, black and brown or melanated people, but as a collective, and understanding that this is about the human race at this point.
Yeah. I think one good thing that could possibly come out of that, we could finally find some union between all of our cultures.
Yeah.
I really can see that. Yeah. And I think that would be the only positive that I could find out of that. Once again, just to remind y'all, this is Local Vocals. This is KUAW.org. Catch us on TuneIn on the radio apps. You can do KUAW LPFM 98.5 on Facebook. You can also comment on Facebook and let us know, if you're watching it on the live, let us know what you think on any of the topics. So like I said, this is the vocal show, so we're going to jump right into some more poetry. I'm going to go over to my girl Stitch, though.
Yeah.
You got something to spit for me?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Do the piece that you like. Well, how much time do I have?
Do your thing.
We'll take it from the top then. Turn off the idiot box and put down the pizza. Pick up a book or a newspaper and read up. Keep your eyes on a prize and head in the good book. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. Good luck. Turn off the idiot box and put down the pizza. Pick up a book or a newspaper and read up. Keep your eyes on a prize and head in the good book. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. Good luck. I will not tolerate a hypocrite or blasphemous rhetoric trying to kick knowledge with subpar intelligence. The American dream, it all sounds compelling, but Stitch ain't buying what you peddling. Got 4 kids and 4 kids for Candy Crush, but got 4 gigs and 4 kids for Candy Crush for sitting down with Scoop. Oh, man, I messed that all the way up.
It's all right. Come on. Spirit fingers. Hey, run it.
trying to kick knowledge with subpar intelligence. The American dream, yeah, it all sounds compelling, but Stitch ain't buying what the you peddling. Got 4 kids, but 4 gigs for Candy Crush is more important than sitting down and doing schoolwork with them. Misfortune is unfortunate, but it happens. Growth can never be achieved by you continuing to mask it. Index fingers and excuses fly more rapid than the flapping. Wings up on a pair, praying peregrine falcons. And now it seems morality is no longer an asset and frowned upon like putting on knockoff fashion. Totalitarianism, tyrants trolling for taxes. Consumerism is just a systematical tactic to figure out all your greatest fears and your deepest passions and to keep you chasing that block of cheese that you'll never catch. Yeah.
Come on, y'all.
All right.
Hey, give it up for the poll one time, man. Hey,
Sorry about the hiccup.
Hey, you
know how
good.
it
You
goes.
good. Hey, it happens to the best. Didn't we click? I remember we did. My lights went out. I couldn't think of nothing. I literally had to tell the whole audience, like, I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot my poem, and I took the walk of shame and sat down. So to say that, it happens.
I had that happen on the radio before.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
like it's complete, like midway through the poem, like,
you know,
poem left.
It happens. So like, don't trip.
No,
you killed that,
happens.
and the message that you spit was way more important than that hiccup.
Yeah.
Just know that.
Peace.
And before she spit, y'all, she said something about people getting killed, our youth, and I just want to give a real public announcement to Kansas City. I'm looking right at the camera when I say this. According, you know, it's a disclaimer for me. I read that there was 208 homicides in 2018. And here we are, January 18th in 2019. Mind you, that's 18 days, only 3 weeks of the year, and we already at 8 homicides. All unsolved. Nobody knows who done this. Me and my producer, my guy behind the camera, Terrence, shout out to him, Music and More Foundation. He had said something to me when we was having a conversation, and it stuck. And I'm going to tell it to y'all, man, like, we got to do better, and we got to find a way to where we put it in people's head that it's okay to tell somebody about what's going on, man. He said a phrase. He said, you're not snitches, you're a witness. And, like, you need to put that in your head because we grow up and the society tells us, don't be a snitch. Snitches get stitches. If you snitch, you a punk. Oh, you fake. Like, but what you don't realize is that's a whole family. That's a whole group of people that are in grievance and don't have no closure. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we really need to speak up and we need to help. And my question to my two ladies is, what do y'all think will take for, you know, Kansas City to wake up and stop killing? Because it's been numerous occasions where we've been, like, top in the whole country for murders. Like, we up there with Chicago, New York. Like, it's crazy. Like, we can't turn on the TV without somebody being gunned down in their car. Like, I read about some girl found dead in her car. You know, like, it's just crazy. Like, we got to do something different. Like,
I mean, it's a countrywide issue, really.
Yeah.
And I think it was last year that they had the thing saying we're one of the top 5 cities as far as violence per capita. And I don't know. I mean, I have a friend that stays in Chicago, and he was just telling me about the violence up there, and it's like little stuff that's been happening here. It was almost comparable, you know. And we have less people, so I think it's just a change in time. It's to actually nip it in the bud. It's kind of one of those things, like, because we, like she said, like, we marched, we've done this. Like, what else can we do? You know.
I think it's you know, it's about taking action at this point. First of all, it's your civil duty to stand up and speak up, you know, when things are going wrong. But I think people have lost sight of that. You know,
of course, for sure. We really lost sight of that.
You can make a civilian arrest, and to your point, you know, it's absolutely absurd to think that you are snitching on somebody who, you know, took it upon themselves to take somebody else's life. You know, that it doesn't make any sense.
Man, that's been embedded. Like, and I'll say that personally. Like, just for me. Like, I know growing up, you know,
it's
with
been embedded.
with, you know, yeah, that's been embedded. Like, you know, like,
yeah.
it's like, that's like, even when it's like me and my cousins and my brothers, we in the house, if something happened, you know, they hit me or they do something, I come to them, you know, stop snitching, go in there, go telling, you know.
Yeah,
like
you get trouble for telling.
Yeah, you get trouble for telling. And that's so real. I mean, we laugh, but that's serious, you know, and like, and that just, you know, that just grows and it grows, and now you're in a society where people will shun you for taking action and like reporting that, and they'll praise you. Oh, bro, you held it down. You didn't snitch, bro. You went in there, you ain't said nothing. You a real dude, you know, like.
Yeah,
come on.
So like you said, I mean, the thinking, that's what it starts with. You know, we've been programmed to be this way, to think this way, and so we have to do some deprogramming and reprogramming. It starts at home, like you said. I'm not gonna chastise my child for coming and telling me something wrong happened. That doesn't make any sense.
It's crazy.
It's actually quite contradictive, you know what I mean, to what it is we tell them when we send them out in the world. You see something wrong, somebody does something wrong, and you say something.
That's so
But
true.
then when you know that opportunity presents itself and they do that, and you turn around and you belittle them or chastise them for doing just that, oh, you ran in here and telling, you know, like you say, you snitching, and you getting in trouble for that. That doesn't make any sense. So I think it starts with, you know, changing the way that we think about it. And making it more cool to stand up, you know, and take care of each other, because that's really what it boils down to. Because the same people who are yelling, what is it, snitches get stitches, when it's their family on the line.
Come on.
Like,
Now
they're upset.
Now they want to witness.
You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, it's
We're
like that.
having an increase of just women and children getting killed.
on,
Like,
it's-
especially the children. I'm like, these
Children
are
dying
innocent
every day.
people.
Yeah, it's crazy. Which brings me to my point with children. Lakeisha, how you doing? I didn't forget about you right there. So this, I'm not even gonna speak to you about like the homicides and all that stuff. Just I want to let you know before I even ask this question that's totally off of this subject. So if you ever see or hear something, understand that you will never be a snitch. You're a witness, and by doing it, it shows that you're braver than probably half or even all of your peers. All right. Remember that, okay? Don't let nobody tell you not to tell them nothing. You go tell.
Yes, right.
Even if they say, if you
You
tell,
looking like what?
don't worry about that. You go tell. You know what I'm saying? So my question for you is, so I seen you perform with your moms on Arts and Spit, and I know you got something prepared for me with your moms too. I can't wait for that. It's gonna be dope. So my question for you is kind of relatively easy. I just want to know, what's your inspiration? Like, what do you want to do when you grow up? I always wanted to, you know, what you want to do?
I want to be president.
Ooh, we got
That's
Michelle.
interesting. It changed.
That's
She
beautiful.
usually says, "I'm going to be president."
Come on, hey, we need you right now. Can you right now? We need you right now. Everybody vote Lakeisha. Lakenzie. Oh, Lakenzie, I am so
Get
sorry.
her
You didn't
name.
correct
Get the
me.
future president's name right.
You check me. You gotta check me. All right,
Yeah.
Lakenzie, check me. If I say it wrong, you be like, my name's Lakenzie. There you go. All right. But be ready, because I'm about to go ahead and jump in that. We're gonna go ahead and do that piece in a second. Let me check my notes real quick. So I got one question for Serenity, and I got a question for Stitch. So everybody knows about this memes that's going around about Soulja Boy. Everybody know that. Everybody know they clowning Soulja Boy. I mean, I've seen a lot of his interviews.
I seen the whole thing.
Yeah,
It was funny.
Right.
It was funny, and he actually was saying some real stuff.
Exactly,
though.
and that's what I was gonna say. He was actually dropping facts. Like,
He
if you think
was.
about it, he was the you.
I remember how he
Yeah.
was one of the first rappers to blow up
So,
on
like,
YouTube. Yeah.
With that being said, before we even go to my question, do you think people should be laughing at Soulja Boy like that, or should y'all take him serious?
Well,
Where you go?
I mean, he's like, you know how his gestures, his character,
he's
like
off
how
the top.
he was
Yeah.
moving, like it was hard not to be laughing. You know, that's
that's
what
facts.
was funny. His mannerisms, how he was talking. That's what made it funny. But he really was. I mean, if you think about it, because I remember when he first came out
With the crank that.
and the crank that, and then how he basically used the internet, and like he said, he didn't split that money with anybody. That money came to him, like because he basically
'Cause it was his.
one of the first ones to use the internet to just get money straight off of music.
I tell
he
you
didn't,
what.
he didn't split it with a record label, no nothing. Yeah. So I mean, for that, he's an innovator. But he's just silly because I don't know if you follow him because now he's got like
for sure.
There's like a picture of him.
You can't look up without seeing Soulja Boy at this point. Like every time you get on Facebook, that's all you see. He got a different meme every time with that Gucci headband on.
But then also now that you think about it, they're talking about him again. So and I've seen
it's a publicity stunt. You think it's a publicity stunt?
Some video I didn't get a chance to look at it, so he might be getting ready to drop some new music. This all goes into that. His
got a video game out. I know you've seen that video game.
So he knows what to do.
And those are my thoughts on it. He's a master marketer.
He knows how to use social media
to your advantage. Because realistically, if you think about it, it's like, okay, you did all these things, and that's awesome. But people have been doing all these awesome things since the beginning of time. I mean, if you really want to get down to the girth of it, there's this whole old school, new school thing going on right now, which is, I get it, because everybody wants their just due, and you should pay homage to people who open up doors for you. And I do believe that to a point that is lacking with the newer generation. However, at the same time, I believe as elders or OGs or however it is, you want to call it, it's our responsibility to kind of take them under the wing, and show them why what they're doing is incorrect, right? You know what I mean, and reroute that. So, it's comical. It's funny to watch. It's fun to watch. But I'm leaning toward more to it's marketing.
Because I seen the videos. Like I watched all his interviews. I seen all that, and like I kind of felt bad in a way because like watching it, I can tell that he was serious. Like I could tell that he was like,
but like Charlemagne and all, like Charlemagne was just
instigating.
That's what he does. It's like he. I agree with what they were saying, Tyga and Meek Mills, because I mean Meek Mills dropped the whole album, and he's been speaking a lot on prison reform. So I mean the Take song is cool, but I would say Meek Mills over Tyga.
I feel like reason why I say Meek Mills is like I look at don't get me wrong, Tyga. He hot. He came out. He made a song with Iggy that was dope. Cream. He came out with Taste.
I just
heard
Cream.
Oh, YouTube Cream. Oh my God, that song dope. Like I mean, I know a lot of people don't like Iggy, but I feel like they both went on that song. I feel like it was really, really dope. Like he got Taste. He just got a lot. And then, but if you look at Meek, he went to jail. What did he do in BET Awards, man, when he did on the BET Awards? He came on the BET Awards, performed Stay Woke, and killed it. You know what I'm saying? Killed it. People couldn't even respond to that after that. They was just so blown away that the song was so dope and the message that he gave was so powerful. When that girl got shot in that stage, everybody, even if you wasn't in the stage, if you was watching on TV, you shut down. You was like, whoa. Like, it caught you. You froze. Yeah. And that was beautiful. That was a beautiful message. And then he comes right back with what? The album of the year. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and I'm a Meek Mills fan. Let me put that out there. But so it's a little biased. It's a little biased.
But he did have, to go to jail and come out.
Come on, championship, number one album. Like, he got Body by Drake. I know, it's true. But, came back strong. Back strong. And who'd you say? You say Meek? I said Meek. Yep. Meek. That's what's up. Who you think? Meek. Just say Meek. Say Meek. Look at
Meek.
There we go. We got another one. We got another one. Meek, baby. Meek. All right. So I'm about to bring in another artist, but before I do and say goodbye to my beautiful ladies, I want them to perform the song that they performed for us at Arts and Spit. Once again, everybody make sure y'all come to that every Tuesday. That's every Tuesday. Not one of the Tuesdays, but every Tuesday, come down to the Equal Minded Cafe for Arts and Spits. It's dope. But I'm going to go ahead and jump out the way and let y'all do y'all thing.
All right. We'll go ahead. Piece is entitled Concentrate. It's off of my latest record, We the People, which you can get at www.stitch81.com, or you can just Google it and snatch it off for whatever your preference is digitally.
Run, go get that.
All right. All right, you ready?
Yes.
I'm on you, waiting on you. Concentrate. Concentrate.
Concentrate.
Concentrate.
Concentrate.
Babies dying, mothers crying. Concentrate.
Concentrate.
10 knives in your back, feel the blood rushing down. 10 knives in your back, feel the blood rushing down. 10 knives in your back, feel the blood rushing down. 10 knives in your back, feel the blood rushing down. Concentrate.
Concentrate.
Concentrate. Cause there will not be a tomorrow if we don't start today. Most of y'all will do nothing at all but a whole lot to say. Focused on marijuana laws and with whom one lays when kids come up missing every day. And how you lose a plane, got what they wanted from Afghanistan. They moved to Ukraine. This one's for Rose of the Congolese. I speak to your pain, to every man, woman, and child. Peace, you'll soon see the day. Concentrate. Concentrate.
Concentrate.
Concentrate.
Concentrate.
Babies dying, mothers crying. Concentrate.
Concentrate. I love that. Do you feel me? Like, seriously love that. So before y'all go, I just want to ask, what inspired that? Like, what made y'all come? I mean, obviously, it's to wake everybody up and let everybody know that they need to concentrate on what's important in the world. Yeah. But, like, I mean, I hope that's what y'all got because that's what I got. It was dope, you know. But, like, what inspired that? What made y'all write that? And, yeah, go ahead.
Just the state of, at the time when I was, putting the album together, just the turmoil, what I'm saying, which we felt the country and the world as a whole was in. And she loves music. She loves the arts in general, and she tends to shadow me and tell me what's good and what isn't.
That's
and she heard that and she was like, "I want in." I was like, "Come on."
Let's see. Well, future president, I'll be seeing you. All right. But make sure everybody jump on Facebook, type in 21. No. And I'm about to bring up another artist by the name of John Hypocrisy Lewis, who's also a host for Arts and Spit. While he's on his way in, I'm gonna talk to Serenity a little bit more about what's next with her. So with your speak on it, and then you're doing your poetry, and you got your movie going on. Like women that's inspiring to do this stuff, like your start. And how would you say that they should go about becoming and doing what you do? Like women that want to be in the radio, that want to be poets, that want to be in movies of color. You doing all that. So, like, What's your advice?
Oh, stick to it, and then don't let the roadblocks stop you because you will face them.
Many.
You will face them either from yourself or others. There's a lot of things, as we know, that goes on with women in the industry. So it's kind of like, don't let that stop you, and just keep work, because you're gonna have to. In some cases, you might have to outwork other people. That's just how it is, especially if you're a minority woman. So that's just how we move anyway. We're used to it.
Right.
But definitely, don't let the roadblocks stop you or intimidate you. That's what I would tell them.
Yeah, I heard that. That means grind, and keep on grinding. Now, my man to my right, let me, before I even let him speak, let me tell y'all a little personal about him for me. Like, this is one of my closest friends in poetry. I've been on the national stage with this man. I was down and out, man. When I first started poetry, I was going through a lot. And this guy got me a job at 54th Street. Like, he kind of helped me come up, like we worked. Got this poem, listen. I'm like, hey, bro, I got this poem, listen. And and to be honest, it's no secret. Everybody know, like, I kind of like stepped back from poetry for a while. I kind of disappeared, didn't do my thing for a while. And he was one of the main people besides Terrence. Shout out to the Music and More Foundation. That was in my ear, always on me, like, man, just get back in it, just keep grinding, like, you got to keep doing it. And I will never, ever forget him for that, and I will always love him for that. You feel me? So without.
On everybody, how y'all doing?
What's up?
Hey.
I didn't see you that day. I didn't make it to the. I didn't make it to the wing.
So I got some questions for you, man.
What's on your mind?
My first question is for you. Somebody that I would like to say is a very successful poet in Kansas City. Somebody who's very talented, doing a lot of things. Where, how, and why? Where did you get your start? Why did you get your start? That's the first two questions I'm gonna ask you.
Oh, so you want like my origins?
Your origins.
I'm Logan. No. In all honesty, I was a theater major in high school, so that's where
educated
first love came from, being in the theater department and stuff like that. And I studied Shakespeare a lot, real heavy, because I like his work, even though there's like a lot of controversy as far as who really worked the Shakespeare plays and all that stuff. I don't really care. Right. I just think it's good work regardless. So I eventually, when I got to college, I didn't know how to communicate with the opposite sex.
Oh.
So I would try to write poems.
Can I cut you off real quick? If any...
I didn't know how to express myself. So I would write down my thoughts more than I would tell people.
Right.
And so it would start off like that, writing like little love poems in a flip phone.
Okay. Flip
So,
daddy. You had a flip daddy.
I had a flip daddy.
Flip daddy.
So I had that, and I was doing that for a while, and then I ended up upgrading to an iPhone, and it was just really just trying to pick up women. Hey, you like poetry? Yeah. Hey, check this out for me.
That was your aphrodisiac.
Yeah, basically, because it was sad to say I was an erotic poet when I first started.
So not foreplay, but wordplay.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Bang, bang, bang.
Heard that. Hey man,
that's not the message I'm trying to give.
Right. This is not about.
That was really how it started. And then if you do something for a extended period of time and you keep doing it, you'll end up falling in love with it because you actually understand what it is. Okay. And I ended up linking up with a guy named Theory, who was not in the theater department, but we went to high school together.
Dope poet as well.
He is a poet in the Kansas City area. So when I first started, I started in 2010. I can know the exact year because this is the year I crossed. I crossed in 2010 on December 8th. For those that want to get me a gift on my crossing day, December 8th. I joined my organization, Phi Beta Sigma. Shout out to the mob. And one of my sorority sisters, she was like, "Hey, you should perform one of your pieces at Poetic Notes." Okay. So my first time actually spitting was at Poetic Notes when it was at Kudos.
Ooh, okay.
So I was parried out, spitting an erotic poem, and they looking at me like, "Who is this guy?"
How many numbers you get that? Never mind. Don't say those. Okay.
Nada. And then
bang, bang, bang.
Right, too much.
Got caught up, I guess. I don't know. But I did that, and then eventually I ended up stepping into the Soul Sessions world.
Okay.
And when I first started there, I got played off stage, actually.
Oh,
yes.
That's
they hit you with the what was that? The
music.
They hit me with the rap
it up.
ouch.
After that,
I mean, that ain't funny, but yeah.
It's not funny,
Ouch.
but it's okay.
I just thought of
And after that, I stopped going to Soul Sessions until you got dope. Until I got better. Yeah. I had to get better. I wanted to hone my craft before I presented it in front of people like that because I didn't like that feeling.
Right, I feel
like, I'll be killing it on the stage when I'm doing these plays, but I need to do my own work. And so I will say that being able to write my own work, perform my own work, and people connect to it, that is like one of the best feelings I could ever have in my life.
That's what's up.
When somebody come up to me and be like, "Bro, that poem you did, it touched me to my heart."
Yeah.
Like, it touched me to my heart. I'm like, yo, like, that's what I be saying about these writers that I be reading about. Like, that touched me. So it's like to have somebody say that to me. Mm-hmm. And if you understand the growth that I've had as a writer, that's true underdog story.
Man, look, and like, to just jump on piggyback that, I remember when we was in Oakland, and I remember we was out there about, I don't know if it was a beach, whatever it was. We was by the waterfront.
That pier?
That pier. And that man, he heard us spit, and he said that to us, and he's like, man. And yeah.
Almost in tears. Almost.
Yeah, I remember that. And like,
almost in tears.
Bro, like, I'm going to tell you this now. If nobody else tell you, every time you speak now, somebody feels it. Somebody's touched, bro. Times. But it's just like, every time you do it, it feels new. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not just saying that because we're on the radio. Like, I tell you that every time. You dope, bro, and I love your work. But
I appreciate
every
it, bro.
time you speak, bro, like, people just stop and they listen. They don't care.
It's all about work, bro. It's all about dedication to the craft and trying to understand that you're not writing. You're really writing for yourself.
Facts.
But if somebody else has a similar story, they can take those jewels that you got to heal yourself. They could take those to try to heal themselves.
Come on, man.
That's true.
Like, there's a lot of... And somebody else is handling that same situation or has been in that situation, and they either wrote about it, wrote a song about it, like here it go, you know what I mean? Like that. But everybody has a story, and everybody's story is the same. It just, if you're going through that chapter at that point in time while they're going through it.
Now, all lead up to the beef of the story.
What's that?
A poem. I ain't even gonna look at this mic no more. Go.
What do we want to hear?
I want to, whatever you feel, like whatever your heart is saying, do right now, do it. Unless it's erotica, don't do that.
It's not. It's not.
I got it.
I'm good.
Okay. See, even Nick.
Just a little bit. What you thinking? Like friend zone? Like, it's a lot of people dealing with friend zone.
That's beautiful. Do that.
Oh, that's a new poem,
really
right?
like that poem. Yeah, do that.
It's a lot of people dealing with the friend zone. This is my take on the friend zone, y'all. So if you in the friend zone, this is how you should see it, in my opinion.
Let's get it.
Okay.
I have come to the general conclusion that I am and possibly will be, for an extended period of time, a permanent member of the friend zone. And I'm okay with this as regular conversations and whatnot. And when the question just so happens to arise, you see, I know how to answer. I've been saying it for years. Call it practice. We just friends. As I pinch teeth. Eyes big in disbelief, like, really, has a thought even crossed your mind? Like forgetting to dot an I? We like two peas in a pie, and it's human nature to want to grow. And like a Chinese bamboo tree, I just want to grow. You see, I wait 5 years before I even start the show, and I'll never give up. I'm forever planting the seed and such, like, you know we meant to be together. We stuck together through the bad weather, so this journey be nothing. When really, I just want to see you happy, like real smiles, like the ones I give you at the frowns. And when you telling me that he ain't nothing, and it's time to call it quits, and I'm like, think on it now. Honestly, I'm like, drop everything and come quick. You see, you in trouble. And don't call on Tyrone. You can call me. I'll be heartbeat waiting to skip a beat when you enter the room. I'll be gasp for air taking before loss of breath. When you sneeze, that's me sending up prayers to protect, or just randomly saying your name and saying it with my chest. So we'll be friends to the end of time. See, it's good that we friend first, to build a bond unbroken in space. But just know, our hearts sing the most beautiful melody, illuminating those around, that it's infectious. Like a smile after a compliment, or me just randomly seeing your face, but I'll never speak. You see, I don't want to tarnish the thoughts of what we have because it's important to me. So, friend, I'll be in that zone. It's like home. Just know you got space to be occupied in mind and heart, because I see wife in you. And ain't that best friend first? Yo, so if you're in the friend zone, don't give up, B.
Come on, bro.
You never
Do you
know.
see?
You never know.
Do you get me now?
Don't
What I'm
give
saying, man. Like, bro. Also, man, you could catch him on Arson Spit as well.
The second
Tuesday.
Every
month, man.
Every month.
Make sure you're there. Make sure you're there every Tuesday. But if you specifically looking for John, I'm sure he'll be there every Tuesday.
Yeah. But
second Tuesday is my guy's night. Now, I heard rumors. Now, I don't. You kind of talked about it a little bit, so you can kind of kill the wave or promote that. So we talked about you possibly doing a tour.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that, brother.
Yeah, I'm in the midst of actually trying to plan, not trying to plan it. I don't want to say try.
Don't try, because when you try, you don't.
Speaking into existence.
Come on, there you go.
I'm in the process of planning the tour.
Let's get it.
I actually got my first show February 4th in Memphis, Tennessee.
Wow.
I'm working on that. Hopefully I can have my product. I got shirts and stuff that I will have at the time, but I'm also working on having at least 2 books out.
I see you doing the book of the poem a day.
Poem a day, yeah. Feel
you be
free
killing it on Facebook.
Feel free to follow me on Facebook. It's John Lewis. That's my government name.
Why you saying like
for those that wanted to know?
My government.
Regular.
Right.
Doing a poem a day. That's what I started since the beginning of the year, since January 1st. I've been trying to do at least a poem a day to keep the flow of writing going, because last year I dealt with a lot of writer's block, and so I want to be able to not have that as often. So I want to not force something, but I want to be able to keep that gear going. That way I can have new stuff while I'm out of town too. I can continue to write while I'm going. But like I said, I'm in the process of doing that. First show is in Memphis. Probably working on something to do in Tulsa. Like I got that in the works. Just got to get the finals for that. And then other than that, it's just a matter of where I can go when I get these books going. It's all about getting them printed now. But I got one book. It's called Red is the New Black. I got another book that I want to do. It's a love and erotic book. It's called Pain is Pleasure. And so I'm working on that. Hopefully I'll
That's
have
not an erotic poem, right?
What, Pain is Pleasure?
Yeah.
It's a love and erotic book.
Oh, okay.
So I won't. It's not as bad as it's not as bad as
see we flooded out.
I got you. Well, it's kind of both, because in all honesty, like some people see like pain is pleasure. Like you got the people that deal with like they like the physical pain. Like, that turns me on type stuff. You got the people that they deal with a lot of heartbroken individuals or a lot of broken individuals like that. Being able to help fix them,
so it's kind of like
to find love and find love in them, to build love in them back up. It's kind of a play on that. So hopefully I can get that cracking. And then I got one more that I want to do, but I won't say nothing about that. That's a self-healing book that I'm working on.
Well, make sure y'all go. I just want to say to all three of y'all and my beautiful LaKenzie to my left, that this was a beautiful show, man. I really enjoyed y'all presence. I really enjoyed y'all words, and I hope everybody out there enjoyed them too. Again, man, if y'all like us, go ahead and like it, share it. You can always catch us every Thursday. 98.5. I'm RV the Poet. This was Local Vocals, and we out, man. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me.
Sir.
The thoughts, opinions, and statements expressed on this show are not the thoughts, opinions, and statements of KUAW LPFM 98.5.